Hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Yeah, I'm so happy that you have agreed to turn up and build web components with me.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I
Yeah.
can't think of a better person to learn about web components from.
Well, I can't think of a better person to start this journey of building 24 web components for, I guess, all of the viewers. Would you like to introduce yourself? Or I can.
Sure. I can introduce myself. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Katie Langerman. I'm a systems designer at GitHub.
A
Work with
legendary
Keith.
systems designer at GitHub, I think, is the correct job title.
Wow.
Yeah.
I work on our design system, Primer.
Yeah.
So components are my life, basically.
And hopefully web components more and more. But we'll.
Yeah.
So you've also got a podcast.
I do. It's pretty new, kind of just getting it off the ground. It's called UX at Your Leisure. I run a meetup group called Ladies at UX. It's like a subset of a global organization. This was back when I was in Boston. And the women that I organized that with, we kind of came together and formed a podcast that's supposed to be like very chill and relaxing. It's like learn about something at your leisure because meetups are difficult to attend right now. And this is something that you can just kind of like listen to whenever. So we've got a new episode coming up actually with a accessibility designer at GitHub who you know, Chelsea. So
awesome.
that should be dropping in a couple weeks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool podcast.
Thanks.
Should we get started? Should we pick our first web component that we're going to build?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay. I've designed this web component to pick the web components. So maybe we're already one component in. But let's find out what we're going to be building today. Okay.
Ooh.
Blink, the venerable.
What a throwback.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna clone from GitHub custom element boilerplate. So this is a boilerplate template repository that GitHub maintains for custom elements, and we can, if we go into it, we can use this template and create a new repository from it. And I'm gonna put it in 24 web components. Blink text go blinky. Let's make it public. And I'll clone it. Blink text. Oh no, it's asking me for my key. One moment. All right. We need to install. It's going to install. We've got like a web dev server and the web test runner. So we can run npm start, and we should get a web page. Hey.
Wave.
Like a wave. I'm going to kill that one, and I'm going to open it up in a different window so that we can actually see what we're going to be working on. All right. So the boilerplate comes with a custom element JS file, which I can't see. Oh, there it is. It's a TS file, that's why. And it's got some basic scaffolding. So it's got the class definition, and then it's got some TypeScript definitions, and then we've got the custom element registry define, and this is how we're going to register the element so that it actually works, which it is working already. There's an example HTML, and this is where we put the custom element. And so I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to rename the custom element because it's source custom element right now. I think we want to call it blink text, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blink text element. And then this needs to change, which is in a lot of places. but I'm going to use my super amazing Vim skills to rename this thing blink text element, which I did wrong. Blink text element. Ta-da! Right, and then this is going to be blink text, and we need to change the example. Blink text, and nothing should have happened, but looks like it's not even working now. Oh, we missed the source as well, so this needs to change to blink text, and now this should work. And it's still not working. We're off to the races already. Why is it not working? Do I need to restart the server maybe? Oh, it's because it's element. Okay, we're back to square one. We have a wave. So what is this component going to do? I guess we're going to blink some text.
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of this comment. I don't know why this comment is here. Well, I guess if we're going to blink some text, we want some text. So let's say hello world. And of course we're overriding that here, so we want to get rid of that. And we've got hello world. What do we do next? I guess we want to animate it. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to use the Shadow DOM. How familiar are you with web components and Shadow DOM, by the way?
Not very.
Okay, that's good. That's cool. We're going to learn something then.
Yes.
So every component can have a Shadow DOM, which is kind of like, I like to think of them as spicy iframes, where they're just none of the terrible things about iframes, but all of the cool stuff. Like you have isolated HTML, you have isolated CSS, you can put style tags in, it's not going to mess with everything on the page. The way we want to do this, I'm going to make a private field. I'm going to call it render root, render root. And this is going to call attach shadow. And you have to have a mode, and we're going to make it mode open. And nothing's happened apart from, well, something's happened. We've lost our text content. The reason is because we now have a shadow root. If I inspect this, and I'm going to zoom in here. Wait, what is going on there? All right, so this blink text element has got this shadow root, and it's marked as open because we told it to be open. The text doesn't get reflected in here, so we're only rendering the contents of the shadow root, which happens to be nothing. And so what we need to do now is say this render root something. So inner HTML. If I put in a slot element and refresh, what we'll find is that it's rendered the hello world text, and it does this weird thing. So this slot element allows you to take parts of the DOM, like this hello world text, and reflect them into the shadow root. So this is like a reflected element. You can see this text node here is reflected into, like, it's like almost as if you took this and dropped it in there. And this lets us now take parts of the DOM, put them into the shadow DOM, and we can do some cool stuff now, because we can add a style tag. And in the style tag, we can say host, and the host selector is going to select this blink text. And then if I just change this opacity to 0, you can see that the text is hidden, but it is still rendered in here. It's just that we've got a style tag, and the style tag has styled this element. If we look at the rules, if I get rid of this thing, why is this thing not resizing? This is okay. There we go.
So a host is referencing the blink text custom element.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the host references the blink text, and so you can see with this style tag, the host is referencing the blink text, like you say, and it's setting the opacity, and we can change this, of course. What is interesting here is that this doesn't impact the rest of the page. And so we can add loads of stuff here. We can add CSS. We can like style every p tag, but it will only be within this shadow root.
Cool.
But this isn't blinky enough, right? This is just hidden. So
Yeah.
we need to make it blink. I think this is where your expertise are going to come in handy, because I am very rusty at CSS.
What?
I think we want some
I don't
keyframes,
believe
right?
that. Probably. I have to Google animations pretty much anytime.
Is it like this? Is this right? This feels.
I don't think
right.
you need the.
Let's go on.
I don't think.
Let's go on MDN and find.
Yeah. Also, Keith, the chat is saying that your audio is low.
My audio is very low.
You sound good to me, but
Oh.
maybe you want to try to bump it up.
I do. All right. How is this, everyone? Is this better? Better? Is better good, or is better
Best?
marginally better? Kinda. All right, let's try it. Let's try harder. This is very loud. Is this better? I'm gonna stick with this. I think this is good.
I hope that mine is matching you.
I think so.
Yes, we'll find out.
Yeah, yeah. I should have looked at the levels. I've got like this whole dashboard thing in front of me, and I'm not looking at it whatsoever. And maybe if I did, it would have been helpful.
It's all good.
Okay, cool. So we want to say from opacity 0 to opacity 1. This is, we are on the edge of cool coding right now. Do we say animate, blink, 1 second, infinite? Have I got my CSS right? This is wrong. 1 second. Blink, infinite. We're at
Animation.
what did I do wrong? Wait, so
Animation.
animation, yeah, 3 seconds. So 1 second linear, 1 second infinite. What are all of these words? I don't know.
They all have their different. So you're using the shorthand. I
Yeah.
never know the specific order. I usually use DevTools and I tweak it in DevTools. But you're saying 1 second is the duration.
Let's
think.
let's unfurl this then. So the animation name we want to change to blink. I guess I just say animation name blink. I mean we're there. Probably don't need 1 second, 1 second. The 1 second is the delay. The second one, I see.
I think the second one is the delay.
Right. But we do want to say blink, presumably there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Somewhere.
We made a blink. I think that's one component down. I don't know if we want to continue this. Do we want to make this cooler, or should we just sync it and move to the next one?
I think we should move to the next one. I can't think of a single place. I'd probably use this today.
One component down. Oh, wait. I need to... So this tool is a really cool tool written by Chris, who is one of our co-workers, and it allows you to start co-working with someone. Allows you to start co-working with someone. You pick their GitHub handle, and when I run a commit, blink. If I log, if I don't add typos, I automatically get the co-authored thing. And
that's cool.
It's also got your email, and I don't know if you want that email. I don't know if you want to change your email settings.
I think anyone can figure out our email. Oh, that's my personal one. Whatever.
And then yeah, you can pass in -- stop, and that's it. End of co-working. Let me push this up.
That's awesome. Chris is here too.
Chris
Nice.
is here too.
I like it.
I'm glad it didn't error. Yeah. All right. Let's make another component. Let's go back to our web component roulette. Okay, let's go back to our web component roulette and pick another component. What are we going to end up with this time? As if by magic,
Party.
we have marquee text. All right, we can do better this time. Let's. Oh, I need to set this up, don't I? So if I go to custom element boilerplate, I'm going to use this template to make a new repository.
So this boilerplate basically gives you like a little local environment to run and play around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it pretty much just installs some basic tooling. There's no dependencies. It's all development dependencies, but it gives you the usual host of things that you want to use. So it's got like ESLint, and that's configured using some standards that we have at GitHub. It's got like a git ignore for node modules and stuff. It's got code owners, which I think actually defaults to the Primer team, which we probably want to change.
We get pinned enough. We don't need
We
more.
don't need more. But yeah, it comes with this the web dev server. It's a great tool.
Cool.
And the web test runner. I mean, I don't think we got time to write tests for any of these, but if we wanted to, we could write some tests and it would be sweet.
Cool. So no frameworks.
No frameworks, zero dependencies, just some tooling. So
Very
this
cool.
one, we're going to do marquee text now. I feel like we could probably copy and paste most of Blink text for this one, right? Marquee text. Oh, so we need to move. We're going to change this to marquee text element. And this needs to be marquee text element. Oh no, I got it wrong. Marquee text element. Yeah, right. And this is going to be marquee text element. Oop. And we want to open our index.html, change this to marquee text element. Yeah, so if we run npm install, this will install the web dev server and stuff. I'll show you the dev dependencies. So we've got custom elements manifest analyzer. This creates a manifest file, which makes it easier for packages to use. It creates like a JSON file. Browsers list config, the prettier config, the ESLint plugins, TypeScript, and then the dev server. So when we run npm start, it will automatically open up with this page. But I'm going to run that in a little hidden window so we can ignore that.
And it's watching for changes.
Yeah, it does like hot reloading and everything. So if I go in here, hello world, and save, then yeah, it does the hot reloading stuff.
Cool.
So this one, marquee text, we want to change this to marquee text, right? Marquee text. Oops. I actually wanted, marquee text. What are we going to do with this one? I guess this one's going to do the same kind of thing. This is going to animate, right?
Yep.
Maybe I should just yank the contents of this one in here for a bit of, we just want this, I think. That didn't work at all. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, we need a render route as well. That's what this error is. So this error, by the way, this is part of the ESLint package that we have, which tells us that we shouldn't use inner HTML because there's a potential for server-side script injection.
Yep.
But of course, this is a fixed string, so we should probably change this to allow fixed strings. But anyway, so it's not being defined, and that's because of this. Should be marquee text. Right. Okay. So we've got blinking text. That's not a marquee. How are we going to do this? I guess this is going to be like a transform.
Transform or translate?
Translate.
Which one?
Translate. Transform. Oh, translate. Transform. Is it transform X? 0. Transform. 100.
Do we even need keyframes?
I'm literally guessing right now.
I guess we do. That is how I write CSS, is I guess.
Yeah.
Until it works.
So this is still called blink. Let's call this scroll. Lowerfi says translate is now its own CSS property. No either transform. So either transform, translate, or just translate. That is awesome. So
cool.
What do you do then? Maybe translate's the wrong thing that I was thinking of then. Wait, no, it must be, right?
Translate is what we would use. Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. Oh, it's literally, I see. Okay. So from translate 0 to 100% would do it?
I think it needs like a direction. Doesn't it?
Yeah, you think, right? I guess it's X and Y. So maybe.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, matrix math. That's really what I want to look at. Length percentage. Translate 10 pixels. So yeah, so this should be like, if I did like minus 1,000 pixels. Oh, it might help if I changed the name of the keyframe. We're still getting nowhere though. I wonder if it probably transform is the property. It's vice versa, transform, translate. So wait.
I think
because Lowerfi said that you can do translate colon. I think part of why this might not work. Oh, we've got a link.
I'm also looking at an example now.
Yeah, this looks exactly like what I've done. Interesting. Also,
maybe what if we do like 0 to 100% instead of from to?
You see, it's not actually applying it on here either. I wonder if it's something to do with this element. Does it need to be on a block element or something? So I think I'm going to change this anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is use the slotted selector, which
okay, explain.
So instead of targeting the host element, it's going to target this, but it's actually going to target the contents of this slot. And so this will apply to the children that are inside this slot element. And so I think that might work, or it won't. But we should be able to see this text should have a rule now, which it doesn't. That's interesting. Slotted animation, scroll infinite, translate from 0 to minus 100,000. Let's go back to the host selector. It's worrying that it's not actually working. Keyframes, translate.
Maybe we should just, instead of using keyframes, just try to translate the element and then animate it.
You think that the Nojo says the keyframe exists in the shadow DOM whilst the element is technically in the light DOM? Well, that wasn't the issue with the blink tag before. So the blink tag had the keyframe in the shadow DOM and the element was in the light DOM. Unless it was because it was the host, but then we're using host here. Sorry, what was your suggestion, Katie?
I was suggesting we stop using keyframes in animation for a minute and just try to translate the element and make it move in a direction.
Is behind my camera. Oh, let me go doop 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 over here somewhere. Let me go here. This is the right space to go.
Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah.
The magic of editing. Okay. Right. So you want to try and translate here, minus 10 pixels. See, it doesn't do anything.
I feel like it needs. Does it need like a translate X or Y, or do I just not know?
I'm thinking maybe
how to animate.
Yeah, maybe it does translate like X.
I think it's like.
Why did display block change this? We have a code pen from Nojo. Oh. So keyframes. So this is a slotted element. This is a slotted. Wait, which is the one that's this one? So there's a P tag, which is inside of a slot. The style, the keyframe is in the shadow root, and slotted has the animation. This is pretty much what we're doing. There's some attributes here. Host slot display block. I think, yeah, that's kind of where I thought that maybe the problem lied, is the display block. I wonder if it's also because this is not an element. We could try changing this to an element. We get rid of this.
Oh.
That's not what I wanted.
It's just like a text node right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I wonder if it's being a P tag would help it. And then if this were to be slotted, we don't really care about the element. So this should have, see this now, this P tag actually has this style, which we weren't seeing earlier on the text node.
Okay.
Position relative. On lower fire saying position relative. Was that in this one? I feel like now I'm just cribbing off a cheat sheet. Now, are we really doing any of this ourselves at this point?
We're learning.
Yes, we are. Yeah. And do we say position relative on this? Yeah, this seems to be inert. This doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I don't see what that would do.
Yeah. I'm sure it's just that I've messed up on this animation. Test a color animation to make sure the keyframe is going through is a great idea. Blue.
Pink. Okay, blue.
Hot pink. Oh, some semicolons might help here as well. Yeah, the animation isn't going through. slotted display block. Well, now we're uncovering things. This is just the easing function, isn't it? Can you actually get to the animation from here? Does it actually...
There's an animations tab. I don't know if that's going to be helpful because it's not running.
Animations were found on the current page. There's an animation here.
Huh.
It is saying that. What else is this doing that we're not? So this has got... I wonder if this has any styles. This has no styles. The slot has display block, which we have. The P is this slotted style.
This one has the name of the animation at the end,
That's interesting.
but it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, unless it does. It doesn't matter. Still the animation name. Who would have thought marquee text could trip us up this hard?
I did not anticipate us being confused about CSS. But it seems like it's not CSS that we're confused about.
Yeah, right. We have a style tag. We have a slot. It is reflected. We can see the P tag has this slotted animation. Try applying the animation to the slot instead of the slotted element. Like, just literally moving this down here. It does nothing. I'm starting to wonder if... Are we on the wrong page or something?
Are we looking at production?
Yeah, this is the right page. The style tag. Wait, yeah, this has got this.
Translate isn't a
property. It is a property. We've just been informed that this is a property.
Is it not supported in Firefox yet?
I was about to... Shall we go to Can I Use and we'll find out. CSS property translate. Firefox 72. I'm on 108 or something. We're getting hot pink on this slotted, so that's working. Animation. 1 second, linear, infinite. Oh. Interestingly, it doesn't have the... I wonder if it's to do with the easing. It wouldn't be, right?
I don't think so. Maybe we should try transform.
I could try transform. Let's try transform. So transform, translate. Need a semicolon there, don't I? Yeah, it's no different. We still... The thing is, it's not even translating the color. It's not even animating the color. And if we look at this translate property, there's no warning triangle here. So this is a valid CSS property according to Firefox. Can I just... Yeah, it's really weird that the color isn't animating.
What if we grab what we animated for Blink and then see how it applies here?
So this is what we had for Blink.
So it should be the same mechanism.
And we can see it's blinking. A semicolon
so we know
at the end of
keyframes work.
Yeah. We know that keyframes work. We know that we can animate the host. we can change, like we can move this animation into here, but it just loses it. Unless you can't animate certain properties.
Marquee just doesn't want a marquee today.
It does not
This
want
is
a
your
marquee.
one job.
This is unreal. I don't think I've ever been so flummoxed in all of my life. Is scroll a reserved word? Maybe it is. Marquee. This cannot be a reserved word. It's just not working. Why is it not working? Can we all press F to pay our respects to the marquee tag that refuses to work? Wow, why is this not working? I don't want to give up though, this is the thing, but I don't want to spend the next 40 minutes looking at a marquee tag that no one's going to use.
Okay, let's try more things in the keyframe just to
Let's
see
try more things in the keyframe. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try opacity. We had opacity. We can see if this works. See, opacity is
that's
working.
working. Okay.
How does color not work? Semicolon on line 14. Yeah, you shouldn't need a semicolon before a curly brace. It's a good suggestion, but I don't think that it's gonna, like if I delete the semicolon and then go into the slot, you can see display block has been applied. It's not invalid CSS. I mean, like we could push the keyframes right to the top of the file. It still doesn't make any difference. It's almost like, why is opacity animating and color and translate not? Like I would expect at least color to.
I wonder if instead of from and to, we should use
0 and
like a
100%.
percent. Yeah.
I was just going to have a look at this and I wonder if, yeah, that is the case. Let's see. 0%, 100%.
Is it changing color?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard for me to tell.
Should we get rid of the opacity? Okay, it's still doing nothing.
No. Okay.
I don't know what to do now. I genuinely never been so flummoxed. This is, I don't know what's happening. Why would it animate opacity and not color? I'm by far and away not an animation expert, and
you know, I'm not either.
slotted
Probably
is
should have
probably
mentioned
forcing the color. Could be. That's not how you do a comment in CSS. Oh, it is forcing the color. Well done, Lowerfy. And everyone else that mentioned that. Okay, but then we're still no closer with Translate. Something has gone on with Translate.
We just need a more
maybe not
traditional
nice.
Translate, I feel.
Yeah. What does this one do? This one does a bounce, and the bounce. Oh my god! Oh no!
Do we need like a container or
I know
something?
why.
I guess.
Is it? No, wait. Is it Y and X? Why is this 0, -10 and 0, 10?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So like you need I think it's X and Y.
But
No.
that's still done nothing. Transform. Maybe. Translate.
The one I'm looking at is using Translate 3D, which I don't really know exactly. I guess that's both.
Might need a comma as well. Okay. It's still not working. Translate 3D. Does that need, is that capital D?
I don't think it's probably not really what we need for this, but
I want to go back to, so let's just learn a little bit here. So if we go back to the
Yes.
Translate and we look at the properties, we can see it's animating the color. This is cooking my noodles. This is. What is going on here? Where is the animation now? I've lost the animation, everyone. We've
What do you mean?
fully. I can't see the animation. Oh, it's on the host element. Okay. Translate 0 pixels. There's no unfurl link here. This isn't shorthand syntax for anything, or is it? Maybe if I do it here, translate.
Put it in parens.
Like you want transform translate?
Yeah.
Yeah, still. Wait, did that do anything?
What about
Oh,
translate
comma.
X?
Translate X. Whoop, there. Is doing nothing, but that is because it's invalid. Oh, we have a code pen from Nojo again. This is with the animation applied to the slot element, which has display block. Oh. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nojo. That was very helpful. I'm disappointed in myself. Is this gonna
No,
work?
don't be disappointed.
Wait, now this isn't working at all. Should we just crib from Nojo's example?
Yes.
What have we done wrong? Scroll. Style slot. I'm just going to take all of this. I'm just going to put it in here. Congratulations, Nojo, for doing.
Sometimes this is just the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Copy paste.
Copy paste is how it's done. Look, it's working. Okay,
Wow.
now I need to know what we did wrong.
Yeah, what did we do wrong here? Put them both in, maybe, so we
both
can
in.
see. Marquee.
No, that's
Translate.
the wrong one. We want this one. Display block.
What?
Scroll. 1 second. See, I was wondering if it was this linear thing.
Oh. Did we ever try removing that?
The host is display inline and the child is display block. It's a good guess for either word, but we didn't change that with Nojo's example. Now we've got nothing. What is going on? Wait. Where is it gone now? Is it fully translate? So let me get rid of this infinite. Okay. I think we totally lost it now. Where has it gone? There's the P. Oh look, it is translating all the way off the page. So 100 pixels. It's there.
Okay.
Right? I made the mistake of translating it off of the page. So it was this linear thing. If I add linear, now it's not even doing it. What is going on? Right. Okay, now it's just working. It was literally just that it was on the slot. And then I just need to change this to like this for 100 pixels. Oh, 100 pixels. Okay.
Holy moly.
I mean, this kind of works. It doesn't really, because it's not a marquee.
Right.
still
So we
need to-
needed to infinitely.
Yeah. How are we going to have it infinitely scroll?
Good
I think
question.
I need a moment to get over this.
Yeah. Take a little animation breather.
Oh, viewport width. Let's do viewport width, lowify. Where, like here, VW here. Oh, we got it.
Ooh.
Can you? There's a container unit now, isn't there?
Yes.
Container width.
Is that out? You're talking about container
Nice.
queries?
Well, no, like a container width, container query units, is it? Yeah, CQ CQW. CH is DNTNT is saying maybe set the size using CH. I think
That's like the
CH
character.
is the character height, or is it the width of the character 0 or something wild like that? Let's try CQW. I want to see if it works. Do you know what? I should have looked at this, but it's not in Firefox. I don't think I have. What is my help about Firefox? I'm in 107. I'm 2 versions short of this.
Oh my
working.
gosh.
We can't use CQW. CQW is out.
Okay.
No CQWs. We're just doing BWs.
Cool. If we add more words, will it like take up more space?
Yeah, it shouldn't do. It scrolls off the page a bit more, but we can figure that out. That's just overflow hidden on this, right? That's the CSS I do know. He says, I'm on the blink text element. What am I even doing at this point? We need to be here. Host, overflow, hidden. Why is that not working? Do we need a max width? Max width, 100 VW. It's scrolling off the page. Why is it scrolling off the page? Don't like the scroll bar.
Does that what needs a width, or is it the body?
Oh, it's because this needs to be display block. There we go.
Okay, there,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, this is looking better.
Yeah, this is looking great.
But we want it to like come back.
We do want it to come
sooner.
back. How do we want it to come back? That's the question. Like,
just infinitely, like it shouldn't fade out.
we should have another one trailing behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it fading in? We're still
fading
animating
in, yeah.
opacity.
Yeah, we got so distracted. All of the other things. From
Debugging.
100 VW to minus 100 VW.
Can we slow it down too?
Yeah, it's a bit
like...
intense, isn't it? This is not the chill session I wanted it to be. Right, here we go. We can get rid of the color as well. Right, we just want the translate. Okay, cool. Is this easing or something? It looks like it's speeding up. The default for animation is not to ease, is it? We worked hard on the color, but it's got to go. It's got to go. We can. This is marquee text. We can do rainbow text another day. I hope that's not the next component. I don't want to do any more text components. What am I even doing anymore? Right, I want to look at the easing of this animation. Ease.
Maybe now you can open the animation.
Is ease. So if I set it, but the linear. Okay, let's try linear. Okay, that's a bit more.
This is feeling
very marquee now.
Yes.
Oh, we got there. We got there. Take a minute. I'm having a sip of water.
You're doing a great job. It's hard to write CSS on the fly. I feel like I can't write CSS unless I am using DevTools with my own hands. So it's hard to advise.
Yeah, and I mean, genuinely, we've done zero prep work for this, right? I should have maybe. It would have saved us a bit of time, but this is okay. We're there though, right? Okay, so
yeah.
I think what we want to do, so I guess we could do like 50%, 51% translate minus 100 VW, and then 100% translate. This should do. Yeah, we should. Oh, I haven't.
Oh, weird.
That didn't work. What if it's this? Why is this not working?
What is that flash? Chris, I was going to say, in the real world, we would hide this, all of this behind prefers reduced motion. We're all going to get motion sick during this live stream.
Is it prefers reduced motion with a D?
Yeah.
True? Or is it just prefers reduced
I think
motion?
it's just, yeah.
Start from 100 V. Lowerfy says start from 100 VW towards minus 100 VW. So you want to go the other way around. 100 VW minus 100 VW. You wait, are you saying this? This will just go bounce back and forth, right?
Woohoo!
It should be 0 if that's the case. But I think we want it to like scroll like a stock ticker.
Yeah.
Let's add prefers reduced motion, animation, none. Oh, now we're on a whole different thing. Now we're talking about not animating a marquee, but I think it's good.
Then what is it? What is a marquee if it's not animated? A banner?
Yeah. How do I change prefers reduced motion? Firefox DevTools prefers reduced motion.
There might not be a setting for it in DevTools.
Yeah. In user preferences, I guess I could just maybe we'll think about that one later. Nojo says use display inline block. Translate from minus 100% the parent size to translate 100 VW. So you're saying display inline block here, and then translate from minus 100% to 100 VW. And then we want to say here, should this be minus 100% and 100 VW? I guess we could, wait, we can do this, right? Is this going to keep going? It goes back and forth.
Reversing. Do we need to say?
Do you know why it goes back and forth? Because of this, I think.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
look,
yeah.
We've got it.
That's it.
Good job, team. Good job, team. What do we want to do? Should we try and get this animation speed configurable? I feel like I want to do something more web componenty rather than being in the pits of CSS.
Yeah, I think we should take a step out of the CSS for a minute and talk more about the web component.
Okay. Cool. Well, so we need to do more CSS though to make this configurable, because this needs to be a CSS property. So I guess we can say animation duration 5 seconds, and then this is going to be var animation duration, right? Things still work. We're doing well. So if we had the style animation duration 2 seconds, that is gonna change it. That's cool. I thought that wouldn't change it because we're setting it here, but I forgot that it's gonna override it. We could actually ignore this altogether and put it here like this. But this, I mean, we're not doing anything web componenty here, are we? We're just this is
yeah, it feels a little
CSS.
How would we add like a data attribute or something?
Yeah, so we could add a data attribute. We could make an unprefixed property as well. So we could have a duration. So why don't we do that? So if we said get duration, we could we could get the value of a property. So this dot get attribute duration. Direction might be a good one too. Yeah. Chris, if we do direction, that means a whole load more CSS, and there's 5 minutes left before the end of the stream, so I don't think we're going to do that. All right, we need to finish this. Okay, so we're going to get the attribute duration. We're going to say, we can just return it for now. We can do some validation around it though, but set duration. Oops. Oh my, I can't type today. Right, set duration is going to say value string, and we're going to say this dot set attribute duration to the value. So we've got a property now. So if we click on our marquee text, we can see if I do $0, which is our marquee text component, if I say duration, it's null. If I said duration equals 2 seconds, and then I can get it again, and it's setting the attribute, we can see the attribute's been set here. That doesn't give us much though, but now we can say static observed attributes equals duration. And then we can say, we can define an attribute change callback. Attribute changed callback. And this is a function that the browser will call whenever this duration changed, and this is the subscription to that change, to that observability. So we can say name, which is a string, which we know is just going to be duration. We can say old value, which we don't know what that is, and we say new value, which we don't know what that is. It could be a null or a string, so we can also type it to that. We can say if the old value is the same as the new value, just don't do anything. If the old value, if the new value is equal to null, maybe we don't want to do anything as well. If the new value, we can say this.style. I guess we could say this.shadow, this.renderroot.style animation duration equals new value. Let's try this. Okay, so if I change this now to, if I get rid of this, we can see we go back to the old one, which is a bit slow. If I say duration equals 1 second, it doesn't work. And that's because the render root style is undefined. Well, we can just change this to this style. Okay, so has this actually changed it? It doesn't look like it's changed it. Let's add a console log. We're so close to the end of the stream. I don't know what to do now. Should we keep going a little longer?
Yeah, let's just wrap. We'll get to the end of this, adding a property.
Yeah, this is the wrong way to do it, I think. Set CSS property JavaScript. The custom property is what I want, isn't it? Is it set property? Style.set property? Let's see. Property. We still need the dash, right?
You got 2 T's there, I think.
Yeah, I do. You're right. Near value. New value. Well, hey.
Woo!
Okay, we did it with 1 minute to spare. we
did it.
This custom element configurable.
That's cool, and it looks nice.
And so,
like the markup looks nice.
Let's change this to something a bit more chill though, because that is
too
intense. There we go. All right.
Wow.
I can't believe we did it with like a minute to spare. It's time now. So I'm gonna.
It's 1800.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
That's great.
You need to have me back so I can have some like CSS redemption.
Yes, absolutely. We will.
Not animation.
Yeah. How does tomorrow sound? Can we
Oh,
escape
God.
the world of terrible animation, CSS animation, and do some real CSS? Let's commit this. We did a marquee. That's 2 down in one stream. That's 22 to go.
Off to a great start.
Nojo says Shadow DOM CSS is not normal. I kind of agree.
I see that. I see that now.
Uh,
Very interesting.
Well, it's been super fun, and we should definitely do this again.
Yeah, I will be back
Awesome.
for sure.
I hope everyone enjoyed themselves watching us
Struggle.
through horrible CSS. Free the Web says the Jedi may consider it to be unnatural. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know how, like, this is my first stream, so I don't know how to end these things.
Like and subscribe.
Like and smash the like button. This will be on Twitch, on VOD, and I'm going to put it on YouTube as well, so everyone can watch it again on YouTube if they really want
And
to.
tune in for the next one.
And tune in
You're
for the
going to do
next
this
one.
every day.
Every weekday. So tomorrow, same time tomorrow, we're going to be doing less punishing CSS animations and more cool web component stuff.
Nice.
All right.
Excited.
See you around,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.